Tui. Please ignore the mess in the back. This isn't my room, you guys. Not the death stare. Okay, I've done so many makeup routine videos, right? But in today's video, in honor of me literally turning 17 this year, I'm gonna be doing 16 lessons I've learned, 16 years of living, or however I'm gonna just use my wordplay to word that. I'm sorry, y'all. I just know I said something good. Anyways, y'all, with further ado, let's do my makeup to go. Am I gonna keep my bonnet on? Yes, I am. The first one is love yourself instead of the idea of people loving you. This is in the color beige, by the way. But as I was saying, not to put my business like on blast out there, but I do relate. I feel like in today's society, we're like love, especially like at a young age, where like it's seeked the most, and within teenagers, like where it's seeked the most, because obviously we're probably like not getting loved from our family households and whatnot. Not to get dark, but like literally just being real, we could try and seek that in relationships and people and just external validation from others too and whatnot. I've seen so many TikToks reason with the fact, do I like them or do I like them liking me, or like worded like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you have been on that side of TikTok.
Do you really like him, or does he just give you attention? Who said that?
Number 2. This one also kind of like goes off of the teenage love one, or even if you're literally just grown. Just say my husband wouldn't do that and move on. So, with context, you guys. For example, if there's something, especially like I said for teenagers, or you know the age group for teenagers, the ones I'm talking about specifically. I'm 17, so you know that I know. But at the end of the day, y'all, these high school relationships, I hate to say it, but I always was like, what? Like, no, you don't mean that, da 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 da. Really rare to have high school sweethearts and whatnot, especially nowadays. 100%, I believe it was way more common for a greater chance of it lasting outside of high school back in the day. But nowadays, you guys, that is rare. It is so freaking rare. Go on a rabbit hole, you guys. Oops. Not that being in the way. Oh. But just so we won't have to go down a rabbit hole, I'm gonna stop my tongue and my lips there. Where the heck's my brush? Okay. Anyways, you guys, this is She Glam in the shade of Camel Suede. Dabbing it on a brush, yes I am, but you can also just apply it with this. I used to apply it with just this, but I learned that it's better for me to dab. Not to go down a rabbit hole and whatnot, like I was saying. I'm just gonna leave that there. But yeah, y'all, just say my husband wouldn't do that and move on. Especially if you're like young and quote unquote in love. Guys doing something in the relationship that you don't like or approve on. Literally, and I'm not saying, hey, like one strike, then you're out, obviously. Like, you have your boundaries, you have your limits. I don't know those, but you do. And once that boundary or limit gets crossed, or that rule of yours gets crossed, literally just say my husband would not do that and move on. And that's all I'm gonna say on that topic. Okay, this is one that I again reason with a lot. Not to put my business out there, but I reason with it a lot. Number 3, the people around you don't see wrong in their doing or wrong in their actions because they surround themselves with people that normalize it. And we all know certain things that are normalized should not be normalized, like whatsoever. And there's no ends or buts about it. Certain things, and y'all know what I'm talking about, but certain things should not be normalized. This probably will not relate to you if you're not Christian or just don't share the same beliefs as me. You don't have to be a Christian to not like gossiping. But for example, gossiping, just like talking bad about people and being so involved into people's lives, where you literally have whole conversations about them without them being there, and just so tuned in on what they got going on, which does not concern you like whatsoever. This is blush, by the way, and this is in the shade Doll Face. Believe Beauty, by the way. This is another one, you guys. Your flesh doesn't care about eternity because it's not going with you. And again, if you're not religious, this probably like does not apply to you, or you probably like won't relate and whatnot. But for my Christian girlies, your flesh don't care, like, at the end of the day. And that's why you're so quick to do or fall into sin or do something that you know is sinful, but you're like, oh well, it's because your flesh obviously desires it so bad that it makes excuses to end up doing it anyway. And it doesn't care about doing it in the act, obviously, because it gets pleasure from it, regardless if it's short term or not. Like, even though it's short-term pleasure, or maybe long-term, talking about like a year or two, maybe 5 years, but at the end of the day, it's not for everlasting pleasure, regardless of how good the sin is or how good the pleasure feels. Meditate on God's word, be in that Bible. That's the best advice I can give you, is to meditate on God's word. So please do so. And that was number 4. In with this palette, this was called Nude. Obviously it's not here anymore, but it was nude on top of this. I may put an image pop up somewhere, but it is from LA Colors. Look in this one, and I'm about to use this one right here for a highlighter. So my 5th life lesson is literally, we were made to love each other. And I guess this is more of like a statement, I guess you could say, but we were genuinely made to love each other. I know that obviously people are heartless, or more heartless nowadays. Not even I don't know, but some people are way colder than, I don't know, let's say someone who's sensitive and a lover girl who just loves to love and who's very, like I said, like just emotional and whatnot. I don't think people realize that we were like literally made to actually care. That shouldn't be shown like as a weakness, and it shouldn't be normalized to not. So for my 6th lesson, I've learned you can't fight for a heart that was never yours. Because usually you fight for something that you've had, or you fight for something you're representing, correct? You can't fight for something that, like I said, that was never yours to begin with. And that goes into the aspect in the context of a relationship. That's for some girls who literally like will do anything and sit and beg for a man's attention and fight for something the guy's heart was like never in to begin with, because at that point there's nothing you really can do. His mind is made up. And it wasn't even that his mind was made up, it's been made up, because like I said, to begin with, it was never yours to be fighting for. Like, he had no strings attached. Eyes, and then lips. I think lesson number 7 or 6. Lesson number 6. Lesson number 7. You can't expect God to be your source of peace when the world is your source of satisfaction. Meaning, if you've never read the Bible before or haven't just come across this topic in general, Christians are supposed to stand out, right? Because we're not like this world, and this world is not our home, and everything on this world is literally evil. Like, just take a look around. Obviously you can find beauty in some things, like speaking about his creation. Like, yes, he slayed, like that tree looks pretty, so for example, partying, having that late night club scenery to you and whatnot, and you can be so just attracted and just wanting to like indulge in that night scene. That's finding satisfaction in the world, and just waking up and wondering why you feel like absolute shit, and praying to God right after. It's like, oh my gosh, why do I feel like and why do I feel so lost and girl. I wonder why. I wonder why. And with that being said, with growing up, there comes freedom, which obviously we love. But as the more I get older, there's responsibility. Yes, we always talk about responsibility, like as teenagers and whatnot, and how we're supposed to be responsible. But I feel like we don't really like know like the deep dive into responsibility that we will have when we are older. Like every little thing that you do that like mommy and daddy like fixed, or maybe they didn't fix for you, but I'm saying for those that it applies to, because hey, me too, like I am not shaming anyone, but everything mommy and daddy fixed for you like as a teenager or as a kid isn't gonna apply in a real world when you're an adult and you did something you were not supposed to be doing. Like there's consequences to your actions and things that you choose to do, and that's responsibility. But I use LA Colors. This one is a dry stick. I recommend using liquid if you're should you not, because liquid hurts if it gets into your eye. Use whatever, girl. Use whatever. My cousin just texted me done. We're supposed to be trolling. I told her to give me 5 minutes, so we're gonna finish this up. Our next life lesson that I learned is you are more than a whiff of attention. Y'all, I cannot stress this enough, because attention is something that us as human beings, for whatever reason, we seek it. As much as you want to be like, oh girl, what, never needed attention. Well, heck, at once upon a time you probably did. You probably don't now, because you probably seek that in something else, or you're having that validation from something else where like you don't need to seek attention. But at the end of the day, there's gonna be some source of attention that you're gonna be seeking or craving regardless. I don't know why it works. That's probably something I should get into. But saying this to my girls who literally will do anything for attention because they lacked it again growing up, which no, that's not your fault. Okay, it's not your fault at all, and it's not really something you can really control. And it's probably not something you realize until you actually like take a step back, like actually look at yourself and see you for the way you are. Because it took me a while too. Because I'd be like, who wants to be an attention seeker? Low key, are we not all attention seekers when we look at it? Like everything we do, even online, like we're seeking attention, posting stuff. Like if you're saying you just post a post, you have never gotten like a dopamine hit from like a like or a comment or somebody just relating to you. Is that like I cannot, there's no way in this day of age you haven't gotten a dopamine hit from that. And if you have, you've once seeked attention. You probably hate me for this stuff, okay? Okay, I didn't like myself either when I was being brutally honest, because it's like, girl, what? Like, can you please shut up? Turn those thoughts off right freaking out. But anyways, let's not go off topic. I am literally just here to say you are more than just attention, a whiff of attention. Also, do need to hear this. You are way more. My camera keeps on running out of storage. I don't know how much longer we're gonna be able to last. So with this information of my camera dying, I decided to tell the rest of the lessons here and finish up my makeup routine afterwards. Lesson number 10 would be your absence will bring them what your love couldn't. Lesson number 11 would be high school is just a bunch of lost souls trying to find themselves. Lesson number 12 would be nothing good lasts forever. Lesson number 13 would be life was never meant to be understood. It was meant to be felt to the full extent of you letting go. Lesson number 14 would be you ask for strength, therefore that's why life is tough. And lesson number 15 would be we only live once is wrong. We live every day. We only die once. Lesson number 16 would be it doesn't have to make sense to anyone but you. Now, I did not used to put nothing on my chin, like no makeup, but now I put powder on my chin. I put powder everywhere actually, just to get me like the same color overall. Cause I'd be like, girl, I hope I don't be different colors in person. Anyways, this powder is by CoverGirl and it's clean and visible in the shade, I think beige. I think the shade's beige though, y'all. I can't see. And with my favorites, literally what makes my makeup look, giving credit where credit's due. These are by, should I gatekeep? I mean, y'all can zoom in if y'all actually want it, okay? Just zoom in and look. I promise you, you'll see where it's from. It's in bold. literally all across it. It's the lip tinter. Now we're going in with a lip plumber. I use quotation marks, you guys, because that's what people call my lips these days. Okay, makeup routine is done. If I missed anything, I'm gonna add it. Will you be able to see what I missed? Probably not. I always get makeup in my hair. That's like normal now. I'm like unfazed by it, as y'all can see. This is my complete makeup look, you guys. I love you all so much. Stay tuned for a new one, and God bless. See y'all next time.